out today. We have some special guests with us here. We have the instrumental music department from Helping Park. So let's hear it for the Helping Park instrumental music department. Is the Perry Heights instrumental music department here yet? I think they are coming. They may be running a little bit late, but we have several other special guests. But right now, I want to turn the mic over to our new instrumental music director here at Reitz. Please welcome Mr. Jonathan Miller.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being on here this morning. We're super excited about this weekend. Let's hear it for this band behind me. So I think most of you know that we met each other June 1st, and it was new faces for everybody. But right from the get-go, we started working really hard together. We started putting the show together. So we've been working on this since June. And a lot of people have asked, like, do we do a different show each competition? And the answer is no, because we spend all that time from June working on all the details and all the artistry in this show. And I can say that this show is much different than anything else you would see tomorrow at Lucas Oil Stadium. We set ourselves apart with this show out here. Take a look at those props, those theater curtains and all this stuff. Where parents put those together, we should hear a huge round of applause for our parents. So I think most of you have seen at least portions of the show, but there's some things I want to make sure that you notice. Number one, we have our violinists up here, Meredith Wally and Grace Lovelace. Let's hear it for them. We have all of our guard members in their tango dresses. Be sure to keep an eye on them. They're doing some crazy stuff out there. We've also got a trombone trio that you're going to hear. Make sure you see them. And if you really pay close attention, you're going to see lots of dancing. You're going to see people get flipped upside down, all kinds of stuff. So be sure you're watching. A special group I want to acknowledge. Let's hear it for the seniors that are in this group. Seniors, raise your hands. So a lot of them have been at this for 5 years. And I'm just so glad that they get to reap the benefits of all that hard work over the last 5 years, and they get to spend this time at Lucas Oil Stadium tomorrow. So speaking of that, if you can make it out tomorrow, we're going to be performing at 1:23 Eastern Time. There's going to be 9 other bands in our class. There's 10 of us all together. We're going to go head-to-head, and we're going to compete with those bands at Lucas Oil. There's not very many people that get that opportunity. So let's hear it for those guys again. And I just want to say, let's get a huge block out there at Lucas Oil and watch these students perform tomorrow. And hand it over.
All right. It looks like that our other middle school, Perry Heights Instrumental Music, just showed up. So let's hear it for the Perry Heights Instrumental Music Department. I told you we have some special guests here. One of our special guests is going to speak next. He was a member of this band in the 70s. He was drum major in 1977. Roughly 20 years later, he was the last director of Reitz that took a marching band to state. You might not know who he is yet, but you'll recognize him because he is the current superintendent of the EVSC. Please welcome Dr. David Smith. All right. I'll try not to talk too long because I know that the longer I talk, the more you're out of class, and I know you want to get back in class. Couple things. First of all, it's always a thrill to go to any of our high schools and encourage the folks that are going to be in state finals competition.
Reitz is an incredible facility. It's an incredible school. It has an incredible tradition. I especially love coming to Reitz because, as Mr. Groban said, I was a student here. Both of my sons graduated from here. My wife probably doesn't want me to say this, but my wife teaches here. And one of the biggest blessings in my life, one of the biggest privileges I've ever had, is to teach here. And that is a privilege. A couple things I've had also the opportunity to talk to the folks on the field, and I really said just a few things to them. First of all, they're not lucky to be at Lucas Oil tomorrow. They're fortunate to be at Lucas Oil tomorrow because they've worked their tails off. But there are lots of folks, thousands of kids throughout Indiana that have worked their tails off. They don't get the opportunity that these guys get tomorrow. So I think we owe a special round of applause to Mr. Miller for getting us back there. Definitely a round of applause to our outstanding parents who have also worked since June to get us back there. And also to the administration of Reitz, to Mr. Emmert, who oversees all fine arts, and especially to our teachers and to Reitz Nation for getting us back to state. You know, Mr. Groban talked a little bit about tradition. I'm going to wrap this up by saying this. I had the distinct honor of following Mr. Ady, who was one of the finest instrumental music teachers in the entire state, and still is one of the finest teachers in the entire state. That history runs back a long, long time. So the other thing that I happened to mention to these folks Tuesday night was, you're not only marching for yourselves, you're not only performing for yourselves. And by the way, you're not competing against anybody else. You're not trying to beat anybody else. You're trying to make certain that your performance is the best you can possibly do. And then when you do that, everything in life works out well. But they're marching for the thousands of Reitz folks that haven't had the fortunate opportunity that they're going to have tomorrow. So you represent a ton of people, and the only thing we're asking you to do is to do your very best tomorrow. You don't have to do anything beyond what you've already done, which has been phenomenal. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn the mic over. It is one of the biggest privileges I have as superintendent to represent you and this group. Thank you for being such a blessing.
I'm going to start this off exactly how it's going to start tomorrow while we're at Lucas Oil Stadium. So I'm going to just give them a few words and then we're going to start the show. Before we begin, I do want to take a second to make sure I thank a ton of people. First and foremost, Dr. Smith. Let's hear from him. We wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for Mr. Emmert helping us with all of the arts that you need to see. And then all of our administrators here at Reitz, at Hufford Park, at Perry Heights, making sure we can get people out here and that you guys can be out here and watch this and be a part of our experience. Let's hear from them too. Alright, man, we're going to get set up. Find your places. So we're at Lucas Oil, we set up on the field. The announcer will come out. And he'll say, performing first in Class B in ISMA State Finals competition is the F.J. Reitz High School Mighty Marching Panthers. And that's exactly what we want you to do tomorrow. Performing the 2015 competition show, Red Tango. Drum major Justin Bartholomew, you may take the field for your performance.
wonderful job, guys. As another former marching band member here at Reitz, back in the 80s with Mr. AD, I never had the opportunity to march on in state, but guys, you're getting ready to start or finish a journey. The next 30 hours are going to be some of the most fun, hard work, and rewarding times for you. Please take advantage of it because it's something you're going to remember for the rest of your life. Next, another former student of Reitz. While she was not instrumental music, she was vocal music. She has also been a teacher here at Reitz, a department chair at Reitz, and she is our current principal. Please welcome Ms. Carney.
That was just incredible. If my family were here to say that you guys leave me speechless, and my family is somewhere falling down right now. And the lady with the big hair and the big volume is I'm just so moved by your performance. And now everyone can see why you're headed to stage, can't you? Well, lest we have an assembly that does not have literature attached to it, I must proceed with a poem. Might be a stretch to call it literature, but hey. In the long, long days of summer, when many are having blame fun, our band kids are learning a show under the watchful eye of the sun. They work on rhythms and timing while marching to their spot, and it's not just a little warm, folks. It's sweat dripping off your nose hot. Parents build and sew and cook as they serve on the band and pit crew. They work and work some more until the work is through. Layer by layer and bit by bit, the entire show is unpacked. Measures learned, routines in place, movements and music exact. The Red Tango is spectacular and described by many as top rate. You don't have to trust me, trust the judges up at state. They heard the violins and trumpets, they saw the color guard line, they marveled at the music, they loved our amazing drum line. We've already finished in the top 10, and you've created quite a scene. It's been years since our band has gone to state. In fact, it's been 17. I may occasionally forget the date or struggle on how to name. But I will remember Red Tango and how it made my heart go cray-cray. With confidence and show them what you can do. You're all young, good looking, and debt free, and you represent Big Blue. Thank you for allowing me to exercise my Dr. Seuss obsession. I do. I love it. We're going to need some CPR over here for this. I do want to say that Albert Einstein is well known for his theory of relativity, and he wrote a letter to his daughter that has been circulating the internet of late. Now, Albert Einstein is gone, but the letter remains, and most people see him as a real science guy because he certainly was. But in his letter to his daughter, he writes that the strongest element that exists in life is love. And in his letter, he writes a particular line that I just love, and because you're a captive audience, I'm going to share it with you. Each individual carries within them a small but powerful generator of love whose energy is waiting to be released. That means all of us are generators. All of you are generators. And generators have to be charged. We are going to charge today. Dr. Smith is going to assist me. He has brought his trumpet, and we are going to end this fabulous assembly by charging up the love double that we're sending these kids off the state with. So you know how this works. We're going to do 3 charges, and you're going to need to stand up, and you're going to have to give good energy, and with each one, you're going to yell charge.
Just remember, this was not my idea, and I'm an old guy. Okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Band, good luck tomorrow. Right students, back for fourth period, middle school students.